Howdy, my name's Joe. By now you've probably heard that the Boy Scouts of America are now accepting girls, which means they're going to have to change their name. We'll get back to that in a minute, or a couple minutes. But first, how hard is it for a company or an organization to change their name? Companies are easy. When two oil companies, Exxon and Mobil, decided to combine it to one company, they simply combined their names. They're still Exxon gas stations and Mobil gas stations, but they're combined under the same umbrella company, now called ExxonMobil. Then there was a company called Burlington Coat Factory. After a while, they decided that they wanted to have other types of clothing as well. And then they added other things in addition to clothing. They've got coats, clothing for all different kinds of people, handbags, in the words of the late Yul Brynner, etc., etc., etc. So they couldn't call themselves a coat factory anymore. So they dropped the words coat factory and simply became Burlington. Organizations, however, are not as easy. Usually they're organized around a cause, an activity, a certain type of person, and that's referenced in their name. For example, many years ago there was an organization called the American Association of Retired Persons. Well, after a while they decided that they wanted other people to join. They would let other people join in addition to retired persons. You don't have to be retired anymore. So retired persons, the RP, became irrelevant, but they still used it. Even though they didn't say what it stood for, they were now known as AARP. More recently, in their commercials, they started referring to themselves as AARP. What the who? Yeah. Their name sounds like the sound that a dog makes, but that's ARF, not ARP. Now they're stuck with a name that's a word that's, well, basically nonsense. Now, getting back to the Boy Scouts of America, they also needed a new name after they decided to admit girls. So they decided on Scouts BSA. I was watching The View last Friday. Yeah, I'm a guy and I watch The View, I admit it. And Whoopi Goldberg's reaction to their new name was basically a visual version of the verbal expression I used. Hers was funnier, but then she's a comedian, so she's supposed to be funny. The point is, why continue using the B and call themselves Scouts BSA when the B no longer applies? They have girls as well. Well, they can't really call themselves Boys and Girls Scouts of America, because that would result in an acronym like BAGSA, which I think is a Korean word for doctor. Has nothing to do with the Boy Scouts. So what do? Well, why not replace the B with another letter that would reference the location of the organization, the country that the organization is located in. Change the B to a U, and you have Scouts USA. There you go. Simple, to the point. You're welcome. Anyway, while we're on the subject of changing names, from the beginning, this series has been called a Cup of Joe. But I've never actually used a cup. All the time, it's always been a mug. So do I need to change the name to a Mug of Joe? Maybe not. The phrase also refers to the fact that the series, each episode, is my thoughts on a random subject. So the name can still apply. Don't forget, every once in a while, sit back, relax, take a few moments for a cup of joe. Thanks for watching.